Hello and welcome to this Your OT Tutor Journal Club session. This short video will just give you a run through of who I am, how the sessions will run and where you can find everything in this online module. And then there'll be some other videos coming up that will break down each section in a little bit more detail. Now, about me. Firstly, I graduated from the University of Newcastle in 2008 with first class honours and a uni medal. So safe to say I've been an OT nerd for a long time. My clinical experience has spanned across public and private sectors in both inpatient and community settings, and most of my time has been spent working with adults, so I'm definitely not a PEDS expert. I've worked in caseloads such as neuro, burns, hand therapy, orthopaedics, aged care, acute medicine, rehab, and palliative care caseloads. I've also had an interest in research, and I have experience publishing and presenting my work at national and international conferences, mostly in the areas of burns management and clinical education. I also work as a sessional academic for ACU, so that's been really helpful for keeping my stats and research knowledge up to date to be able to run these sessions for you. I launched Your OT Tutor in 2022 with the goal of expanding the clinical education opportunities available to OTs, primarily in an online and on-demand format to make it as accessible as possible. My vision behind the Journal Club itself is to shake up the traditional format slightly so that it's not so heavy on research and stats talk where the majority of the session is spent critiquing an article, because I feel that does turn off a lot of people. And instead what I'm focusing on is how you can understand the basics of the research evidence and then discuss ways to be able to apply it in your practice. So each session will start with me giving an overview of the article, followed by a research fundamentals tip. So this is where I'll talk you through just one fact each session that explains a research or statistic concept, so that by the end of the year you'll have a basic understanding of things like what's an RCT, or what is a p-value or confidence interval, or how do you do a database search to find an article in the first place. Then after this, I'll summarise the key points from the critique of the article. Then I'll move on to the discussion questions for the next 20 minutes or so. If the groups are large and diverse, then we'll split you into smaller groups in the Zoom breakout rooms to give everyone an opportunity to contribute. The idea is that these sessions are a safe space with no such thing as a silly question. So you'll be encouraged to contribute or ask questions if you feel comfortable to do so. So now for a walkthrough of where you can find everything. So if you're watching this, you would have signed up and at least found the module in your learning management system. So mission 1 complete. When you open it, your welcome module will look like this. So if you've watched this for a previous Journal Club session, it'll always be the same. So you can feel free to skip this once you've seen it and you know how everything works. So you can jump around to different sections via this navigation bar. Each session will have its own module following this format. So there's a welcome section, the preparation documents, which has the link to the article and the list of discussion questions, a Zoom link section, which contains the details for the session times and the link to click on for the live sessions. So it'll be the same link for every session, and you don't have to give advance notice of which session you'll be attending. A recording and document section, which will fill up a few days after the final live session with things like copies of the PowerPoint slides and other documents, as well as a recording of one of the sessions. And then the final section down the bottom here is a discussion area where you can share your own comments or questions about anything that came up in the Journal Club session. And this is just another way to interact with peers, particularly if you don't make it to the live sessions. So when you click on each section, it'll have its own video to show you all of this in a little bit more detail if you need help finding things. So if you'd like to jump around between the different sections, you can either use this navigation bar on the side here and click on the section you want to go to. There's another navigation up the top where you can jump back to the previous section as well. There'll always be a little video here, and if you scroll down, there'll be some text. So make sure you have a read through the text. Sometimes there might be a link in there, or it'll give you a description of what you can find in the file section, which I'll show you in one of the other section videos. Hopefully that's enough to get you started, but if you do have any questions, please reach out to me via my website, email, or my mobile, and hope you enjoy the sessions. Thanks.